What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. Very excited today because we're checking out a couple of really hot releases, one of which is the return of Jessi with Newsflash. And not only is she back after about a year, she back as a solo artist. I do think that she was featured on another artist track somewhere sometime this year. I'm not really sure about that, but as a actual solo comeback, I believe that the last time we checked her out was about a year ago, if not even more. And the Oni company is actually her own independent label. Now, as far as Newsflash, the song itself, according to an article on allkpop.com, Newsflash is a dynamic hip-hop track that marks Jessi's first release in about a year. The song captures the narrative of her comeback as a breaking news event, featuring raw lyrics and confident energy that reflect Jessi's signature authenticity. In the teaser video, Jessi stands under the glaring spotlight of the media every moment and watched and magnified with the line, "Don't believe all the hype." She cautions against false narratives and sensationalism. Well, the video transitions between the scenes of Jessi dominating the stage in front of a roaring crowd and moments of her everyday life and childhood, offering a more personal and grounded perspective. Very excited about this one, and we basically kind of like, I didn't want to watch the teaser, just wanted to watch the music video itself, but I guess I kind of like spoiled myself there. So without further ado, very excited about this one. Newsflash by Jessi. Let's go. Jessi's still that bitch? Is that what it said? Yeah, nice.
I'm not ready for it.
Ooh.
Newsflash, coming live from the scene, guess who's back? Yeah, the spotlight's on me, but you knew that. And I'm making headlines every time I'm stepping outside. It's a newsflash, walking out of the deal with a new bag. Yeah, seen bad bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. Don't believe all the hype. I don't read what they type. Media talking just
I love the old school hip hop vibes. Ooh, the flow kind of reminiscent of like Doja Cat a little bit. Bitch, I said what I said, like that kind of vibe. There's a little bit of that, and I mean that as a compliment, obviously. But I'm not catching feelings, I'm catching flights, right? That's the line that she said.
Yeah, seen bad bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. Don't believe all the hype. I don't read what they type. Media talking Jessi this, Jessi that. You want me out like a stray little kitty cat. She got the world at her feet. Press be pressing for a story.
Yeah.
Next be breaking, looking for me. Turn his story to her story. She be soaring, she on the scene, reaching new heights. She got big dreams, placing big bets. She be soaring, she still that big. I'm the owner.
Ani, nice.
It was all meant to be, but the press don't sleep. And we're live in 3, 2. Newsflash, coming live from the scene. Guess who's back? Yeah, the spotlight's on me, but you knew.
Damn.
That. And I'm making headlines.
I loved it. I love the fact that she says the press don't sleep, because like press media, but also her being pressed constantly by that same media. I really like that. Or you can almost use like press as like a double, even a triple entendre, I guess. I also love the visuals of her walking as like there's like a red light. It says stop, closed, wait, but instead she's just walking her way because she doesn't care about who says what. Press be pressing for a story. Literally, the press don't sleep. So it's almost like she foreshadowed that double entendre, which is really, really cool. I also found the lyrics turn his story to her story kind of interesting, as it's almost like a he said, she said, and trying to take something that was said about her and the press went running with it without, like, it's not about verifying shit, it's not about seeing her side, it's about just, you know, making sure that the headlines click and get as much, you know, traction and whatever, and, you know, everything that she does will always be, like, scrutinized, and everything everyone will look at her with like a magnifying glass or something like that. So as she continues to kind of like, as the lyrics say, reaching new heights, she still continues to be herself despite everything that is going on in her life. So you kind of like, not to sound like, I guess, cliche or cringe, but whatever you do, you cannot break me. So that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting.
To her story, she be soaring, she on the scene, reaching new heights, she got big dreams.
And I love the opening a new door. That metaphor is cool.
It was all destiny, it was all meant to be, but the press don't sleep, and we're live in 3, 2. Newsflash, coming live from the scene, guess who's back? Yeah, the spotlight's on me, but you knew that. And I'm making headlines every time I'm stepping outside. It's a newsflash, walking out of the deal with a new bag. Yeah, see bad bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. I back outside, bet you missed me, right? Should've thought of.
Wait, hold up. There's gotta be like something fun within like that barcode, right? 2008, 01. I wonder if there's like a reference to like some date that is very specific to her, to be honest.
I back outside, bet you missed me, right? Should've thought about it when you dissed me, right? It's official. You a grown man acting like I bit you. Got a little shine, but the karma won't miss you.
Ooh.
I guess it comes down to my lifestyle. Still rocking that stage like a wild child. You're behind the scenes, bro. I'm the real deal. I'm the one taking action like Kill Bill. Kill, kill,
Ooh.
kill, kill. They need me, yeah.
Oh.
Crowd go wild when you see me, yeah. Back on top like a beanie, yeah. Better run me right like a genie.
Back on top like a beanie. Nice.
I never quit. How we gon' lose when all we do is win? So when they televise and you fucking with the lies, turn the TV on, bitch. Channel 15. Newsflash, coming live from the scene. Guess who's
Channel
back?
15.
Spotlight's on me, but you knew that. And I'm making headlines every time I'm stepping outside. It's a newsflash, walking out of the deal with a new bag. Yeah, see bad bitch with a new swag. I'm just living my life, alright. I don't catch feelings, I catch flight now. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just feeling myself. Come on.
I'm just feeling. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, do you, boo? Jabby's nice. Shout out to the fandom. Oh man, what the? Damn, that instrumental is really dope. The beat is very nice.
Oh my god, I love Jessi on me.
Oh, yeah. Damn, that was really cool. Like I do wonder. Let me check out what's channel 15. Let's see. So after some digging, the channel 15 is JTBC, I believe, channel in South Korea, where she basically shades the channel for the channel spreading or like covering news about her without letting her share her side of the story, which kind of is touched upon within the lyrics, basically calling that person, whoever covered it, like a coward bitch in a way, saying that no matter what you do to me, I'm still soaring, I'm still going high, I'm still that B, which felt like a reference to, from what I understand, to Nunu Nana, but there's also a song, Who Dat Be, if I'm not mistaken, by Jessi as well. So it could be a reference to either or. There's like a really cool visual metaphor to Jessi opening a new door. Like there's always a new door. When one door closes, another one opens. It's like no amount of hatred and no amount of you covering me and you know, talking shit about me or misinforming someone about me, or just forget misinforming. If you're going to cover me, at least let me share my story. Let me share my side. If you care more about clicks, views, and driving traffic towards your article or your channel without even clarifying or going to my PR manager or whatever, just letting me have a word about it, then go fuck yourself. That's kind of like the vibe. And the fact that Jessi's persona has always been kind of like she's unapologetically herself, and it's something that has been her 100% of the way. Like that's like this line of continuity. Like I've always been me, so I'm always keeping it real, even if I kind of like rub you the wrong way because I could be too loud, or I'm too confident for you, or whatever the case may be. I'm unapologetically myself, and I'm also keeping it real. So only come to me to get at least my side of the story, not for the sake of blowing smoke up my ass, but just for the sake of covering a story fairly and properly. That's just kind of like the vibe that I guess she drives with the song. I also the way she said every, and she split it into a, ver, and re. The ver kind of like makes me think of like version, like everyone has a different version of who Jessi is or what the story is. I'm not sure if it was like intentional or it's just a kind of like a fun way to split that word to fit a vocal melody, which I thought was, regardless, whatever way you look at it, was really, really cool. I also really love the rooftop scene, like the aesthetic of the rooftop scene, like the hat, those giant like boots that look like something, like high heel fashion mixed with fucking Air Jordan. I don't know what that is, but that aesthetic with the new era hat and the jacket and the corset and everything, that was probably one of my favorite aesthetics of her in this video. I also love like how much like she plays into being herself, like unapologetically herself with the lollipop. It's like, does that annoy you? Does that rub you the wrong way? Does that kind of like upset you that I don't give a shit? Like the way she the suggestive nature of that action was almost like Jessi kind of like doing that, like, I'm going to continue being me, and I know that it pisses you off, so I'm going to do it even more. Like, I'm not sure if that's kind of like the meaning or not, but I also love the fact that her return and her kind of like dissing the press by saying, I bet you missed me, you shouldn't have dissed me, or something along those lines, as like this entire comeback is like this giant event that everyone from past, future, present, kind of like, you see the TV change, almost like different generations of the TV changes. It's almost like, Jessi's return is like this generational wealth or some moment or something along those lines. So that was also really, really cool. Like overall, this was a dope freaking music video. The beat was awesome. The drop in the middle of the song was absolutely amazing. She did an absolutely fucking phenomenal job with this one, and I love like the lyrics of like talking shit and being kind of like inspirational in a way, and kind of like inspiring yourself, because you see that if you continue being yourself and don't settle and don't kind of like stray from your own path just to please someone else, please the media, or please someone who, just because people want you to be a certain way and there's enough people to want that, it doesn't mean that you should just bend and break for their satisfaction. So she makes this press announcement while being as much as herself as she's ever been, and to throw in like that extra Jessi-esque or Jessiness into it, she licks that lollipop. That was really like, to me, that was kind of like a very Jessi kind of thing to do, and it's like a representation of like, yeah, I haven't changed one bit. Like, I'm ascending, but I haven't changed my character. I'm just ascending further as I'm opening new doors and, becoming, bigger and bigger. Something along those lines. This was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.